Police union Popcru is threatening a national strike if their demands are not met. Disgruntled SAPS employees are demanding the police honour a 2011 agreement to improve their salary grades. Police administrators are set to march in Gauteng today. We're now joined by Nkosinathi Theledi, Popcru General Secretary. Mr. Theledi, a very good morning to you. Give us an indication as to why this strike action is not going to be occurring in Mpumalanga but everywhere else in the country.
No, the marches are all over the country. It's just in terms of the days that they are scheduled. Yesterday we had 7 provinces that were on the streets, which was excluding Gauteng and Northwest, not Mpumalanga. Gauteng will be today, and at Northwest it is scheduled to take place on the 7th of this coming month.
In we understand that the protest action is not going to be occurring in Mpumalanga today. Is that right?
It happened in Mpumalanga yesterday, as with other 6 provinces. It's only in Northwest where it will take place on the 7th, and in Gauteng it will be today.
With regards to the number of people that are taking to the streets, Mr. Theledi, could you give us an indication of what kind of figures you're expecting?
Oh, well, as already seen yesterday, we were expecting obviously quite a sizable number, and about half of the 42,000 members who are, or the majority of them who are employed in terms of this category of employees, those who are employed in terms of the Public Service Act, that category of employees. So it will be 3/4 of the total establishment that we have already seen yesterday, and those will be coming out in numbers in today's. More than 6,000, I think, will be hitting the streets of Johannesburg.
Mr. Theledi, from what we understand as well, this is not a protected strike. Why isn't it a protected strike? Did you apply for this protest action?
I think it is a fallacy to indicate or to start from that premise that they term it as an unprotected strike. The first step where you take, obviously, is to inform the party that you are going to hand over a memorandum, and then we deal with other logistical arrangements, including the routes. And when you apply for the route, the party that is going to receive the memorandum is going to be party of the discussions. They will indicate that they will have assigned someone to come and receive. So it is no way that it can be termed an illegal action, industrial action, because we have followed all procedures that need to be followed.
Is this, but it's no work, no pay, Mr. Theledi, from what we also have been hearing. Is that right?
Well, what we are saying is that we have applied in terms of all the processes that are outlined in terms of the Act. What the SAPS is saying, it's something else. We are taking the members to fight for their rights on the streets, in line with the provisions that are provided for.
And also, you're actually demanding that police honour the 2011 agreement to change salary grades. Clearly, this hasn't happened as yet, but give us an indication in terms of salary increases over the past few years and whether they've been in line with inflation or above inflation.
Well, that's the other root of our dispute. We have concluded an agreement 2 years ago, which was supposed to have been implemented already. When an agreement is supposed to be, not even at the time when it's signed, when it's supposed to be signed, an employer have to cost what the provisions or the implications of that agreement entails. And out of that, then the budgetary alignment will take place, obviously, through the necessary platforms and so on, so that come the time when the agreement has to be implemented, it is there are no hassles or there are no arguments as to what needs to be done to take place. Now, an agreement was concluded. It has not been implemented, and the qualms that we hear now is that there are no funds. That is obviously now negotiations in bad faith, because there is a commitment. It's no longer about whether or not there's an agreement in place that must be implemented.
Okay, so what is this agreement? Give us the actual figure in terms of what Popcru members are expecting.
This category of employees are those uncared for category of employees who are at levels 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those levels are earning far less, which is just below 70,000 rand per annum. Now, the translation was to make them to be in par with what the members employed in terms of the South African Police Service, which will be the entry level of a constable, which is just above 100,000. And that would have adjusted their lives, and they applied quite tremendously.
Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning. Good to have you on eNCA. That was Nkosinathi Theledi, Popcru General Secretary, giving us an update on the protest action that is occurring around the country.
News that moves. eNCA.com.